South Korea beats Portugal and advances to World Cup 2022 knockout stage. Live updates and reaction. The World Cup group stage comes to a conclusion today. Already qualified Portugal will be looking to make it 3 wins from 3 in Group H when they face South Korea. South Korea must win and hope the group's other result goes their way to stay alive in the tournament. The game is currently goalless at halftime at the Education City Stadium. As things stand, Portugal are entering the last 16 as winners of Group H, with Uruguay also qualifying in second place. Background reading. South Korea vs Portugal match preview. World Cup last 16, who's playing whom and when? World Cup bracket, plot route to the final. Next round. South Korea's reward for scraping through to the last 16. Almost certainly a game against Brazil. Yeah, not the easiest, but one to savor. As for Portugal, they might play Switzerland, or Serbia, but probably not Cameroon. But yeah, we'll know in a few hours. Portugal v Spain is a potential quarterfinal now, and that's yummy. Ditto a possible matchup of South Korea v Japan if they both win. You wouldn't put it past this World Cup, would ya? South Korea are through. It's finished Ghana 0-2 Uruguay. South Korea are through on goals scored. Number Hwang. Really pleased for Hwang. He was excellent in his first few games for Wolves, scored 4 and 6 at the start of 2021-22, then suffered a hamstring problem and, to be honest, was quite painfully/laughably bad towards the end of the season. To the extent that even his teammates, Daniel Podence and Fabio Silva, were seen laughing at him during a defeat at Liverpool. He's mostly carried that form into this season. In fact, the 2 main things he's done are miss a penalty against Preston in the EFL Cup and clear the ball straight to St. Maximin for Newcastle, who scored a stoppage-time equalizer. No wonder he was in tears at full-time today. He's been through the ringer all right. But it's all been worth it right now. Best moment of his entire career. Full-time South Korea 2-1 Portugal. Astonishing victory. Sure, Portugal rested a few players and subbed a few more off, but South Korea just offered barely anything to trouble Diogo Costa in that second half. They looked beaten. Well, they were drawing, but you know what I mean. And then from a Portugal corner, Son, the bloke who's been a shadow of his former self lately, and Hwang, the bloke who hasn't scored for Wolves all season and came into the tournament injured, combined to score the most late and dramatic winner. All eyes on Ghana-Uruguay now. They've got a few minutes of stoppage time to go. Asian flags flying high. This has suddenly turned into a brilliant World Cup for the Asian representatives. Japan, South Korea and Australia all through, and Saudi Arabia and Iran also collected victories. Incredible scenes. Incredible scenes at Education City Stadium. Son really hadn't been enjoying a good game at all, but that's a stunning contribution, not merely the dribble to launch a counterattack, but the patience to slip the ball in behind for Hwang Hee-chan. Pandemonium here. Brilliant goal. Just seen a replay of the goal. Hwang was dead level with the defender when Son slipped him in brilliantly after running so far. Fantastic run and pass from the Spurs man, deadly finish from the Wolves man. Genuinely did not see that coming. South Korea have been so subdued. But not now, am I right? All eyes. All eyes on Ghana-Uruguay now. If Uruguay score, they're through again. Suarez is almost in tears on the bench there. South Korea through on goals scored as things stand. Amazing this World Cup. Goals South Korea 2-1 Portugal. Can you believe they've done it? Son with the assist, and Hwang Hee-chan has surely won it in the 91st minute. Honestly, they've done nothing all night. It's from a Portugal corner, off goes Son, 3 around him, they're all drawn to him and he slips it through to Hwang. 1 goal for Wolves all calendar year, and he beats Costa with a first-time finish. Who's writing this script? On the charge. Leo on the charge into the box, but he's dealt with. Portugal with the ball in the South Korea third. We're into the 90th minute. Son corner. Cheerleader Son gets the crowd going yet again before sending over a corner which Portugal deal with. Set pieces feel like the way to go for South Korea. But my goodness, they're leaving it late to even put pressure on Portugal, let alone score. Time running out. It's not like Portugal are trapped in their own box, throwing themselves at the ball to protect their lead. In fact, South Korea are mostly just passing it around their own half of the field and sporadically trying to muster an attack. We're 6 minutes from stoppage time and South Korea are heading out of the World Cup. Portugal subs. Portugal have sent on Bernardo Silva and William Carvalho, with Vitinha and João Mario off. Double sub. Lee Kong-in and injured goalscorer Kim Young-won are off. On come midfielder Sun Jun-ho and Olympiacos forward Hwang Ui-jo. South Korea probably would have taken this when the draw was made. 15 minutes left in a very difficult Group H, and as things stand they need one goal against a severely weakened Portugal with no Ronaldo, Fernandes, Felix, Dias or Bernardo Silva to go though. The problem is at the moment they don't look like scoring it. In fact, they're devoid of inspiration and Portugal's fresh subs are causing problems. Leo's shot. AC Milan's Rafael Leo, who scored shortly after coming off the bench against Ghana, runs at the South Korea defense before pulling a poor shot wide with his right foot. A sigh of relief for South Korea, who are living on a knife edge. Handball? Deep cross from the left, Sun with a first-time volley, blocked by Cancelo. Sun screams for a handball but it's hit Cancelo's ribs. No pen. Leo is on the pitch. A third substitute appearance of the tournament for Rafael Leo, who made a great impact against Ghana and is surely pushing for a start. Fernando Santos clearly prefers his speed in the latter stages, however, after games have opened up. Goal needed. Remember, this is all fine and dandy for Portugal, who are topping the group, but South Korea are exiting the World Cup as things stand. If they do score, they'll be in second place ahead of Uruguay on goals scored. 22 minutes left. Costa success. Midfielder Hwang In-beom with a left-footed raspier which Diogo Costa does well to block.